Hi guys, this is a really quick video. This is what I recommend is your daily stuff. So things like pelvic floor work and your single leg standing balances. So this is going to be a really quick one. We're just going to quickly go through some pelvic floor exercises. We'll go through a couple of single leg standing poses. You can mix and match, but try and do some of this every day if you can. So your pelvic floor, visualise it's your bowl-shaped muscle group. Obviously, those of you that come to classes will know all about this. If not, you might want to do a bit of research on this, on attachment points, maybe get some images up on Google so you can see exactly what you're playing with. But we're visualising trying to draw upwards through the pelvic floor. So think about pulling from pubic bone, up from tailbone, sit bones, we're trying to lift. There's lots of variations that we're going to do, so you can do this in any position. I'm going to come into our normal recline cobbler's pose position, but you can do it standing, sitting, lying face down, lying in the bed, anywhere. Try and do some every day if possible. So your first movement is going to be our lift and pause. So think about the whole of the muscle group, and we're going to take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, you imagine that you're drawing it upwards, and you're just going to pause. Take another breath. Exhale, draw up, and pause. And you're going to do that for maybe 4 or 5 good breaths. So almost like going up flights in a lift. Yeah? You're going up a level, and you're holding it there. You take another breath, you're trying to go up a little bit higher. Any sensation of lifting, squeezing, contracting is still going to be working the muscle. You might not feel anything specific to start with, but with repetition, you should start to get more sensation. Exactly the same for men and women, same attachment points. So drawing up and pausing. So that would be one of your exercises. Second one that you can start to do is where we're going to lift as strongly as we can, and we're going to hold. So imagine you're coming all the way up, you're pulling up as high as you can, as strongly as you can. Really good breath in, you're going to lift and you're going to hold that for maybe 10 or 15 seconds. Breathe as usual once you've held the contraction, you're just going to carry on breathing easy. But notice what else is working. You might find that as you lift and hold your powerful, that you can then start to feel maybe abdominal attachments or hips or glutes. Try not to clench your glutes. It's not a glute contraction. Yeah, it's a pelvic floor. It's a deeper sensation that we're trying to find here. So that would be your second exercise. Third one, and remember you can do any of these in any order. We're going to do little squeeze and release. So these are short, quick, strong, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. So take a deep breath in, lift, release, lift, release. So you could either just do this generally, squeeze, release, or you could imagine you were pulling up on individual attachments. So imagine you're going to lift your pubic bone and relax, tailbone, relax, left sit bone, relax, right sit bone. So you're going front to back, left to right, or you're perhaps doing 2 together, front to back, and then left to right. So we want to squeeze, relax, quick movement, switching on and off. Okay, so we're going to do a set of those. Okay, other movements that we could visualise is the attachment from your tailbone, pulling forwards and upwards towards your pubic bone. So if you think of this slight diagonal scoop, yeah, think about your pelvic position. So my pubic bone is slightly higher than my tailbone. Imagine I'm lifting from tailbone forwards and up, and then relaxing down. And you could do any tempo. You could do slow, you could do squeeze, relax, you could do lift and hold. So, but it's a slight different directional lift that we're trying to visualise and that we're trying to get. And then finally, we're going to do our little explosive contraction. So this is really useful for protecting against things like coughs and sneezes, those quick reactions that can cause pelvic floor to just have a lot of load pushed onto it. And the pelvic floor needs to be able to react quickly as well as strongly. So you're thinking about a big breath in. Think of the speed of a sneeze or a cough, for example. And as we do that, we want to contract and then relax it again. So it's the ability to switch these muscles on really quickly, get them to fire up in an instant. So we're looking for speed and strength of contraction. So practicing maybe 4 or 5 of those. And then once you've done whatever exercise you chose to do, you just want to take a moment to relax this area. So we don't want to hold on to that tension. You just want to feel that it's softening. So maybe placing your hands onto your pelvic belly, imagine the muscles just melting and relaxing below the surface. Taking a few good breaths. Okay, so that's your pelvic floor. We want to do a little bit of that every day, if we can. And we also want to try and get some single leg balance working. They're great for bone density for osteoporosis. So I'll give you your options. We're just going to do some simple ones. Tandem stance. So we stand with one foot directly lined up in front of the other. So we're trying to line up our big toes as if you're on a tightrope. Imagine you stand on a tightrope. If that's challenging, if you're quite new to this, imagine you're on a plank, yeah? So that front foot is slightly wider. Give yourself a little bit more of a base. But we want to get that even feel now that we've got our body weight balanced between the front and the back foot, that we're not leaning heavy on our back leg. We want to try and get that 50-50, even pressure, good posture, tail tuck, chest lifts, crown of the head is being pulled up. Arms, if you need them to steady you, that's fine, use them. Even gently support, maybe have a finger on the wall. If you don't need them, we're going to bring them into the small of the back, lift and open the chest. We're going to just relax into this, see if you can hold it for maybe 30 seconds. If it's super easy, can you close your eyes, or can you change your visual? Maybe look up at the ceiling, look up and down, look left to right. So we're kind of playing around a little bit with our focal point. And if it's super, super easy, you could have movement. Start to bring your arms out. You have some little coordinated movements. Get your brain focusing elsewhere rather than just worrying about the balance. Yeah, start to work through some different things for the brain to focus on. And just check that you're not holding your breath. I've probably already said that. Change your lead legs. So take your time. One side might feel a little easier, so take your time, find that 50-50, even weight. Relax the knees. Body feels floppy, glutes, abs, pelvic floor. All these muscles are helping to hold us in position, but we don't want to feel that we're locking out. We want to feel quite relaxed and a bit ragdoll-like. Yeah, imagine you're quite floppy. So again, hold it, arm position. Either use them to steady you, small at back. Perhaps reach, extend up. You might want to hold this feeling, lifting up through the top of the body, pushing down through the bottom. Okay, take a few breaths there. So we're aiming to get maybe 30 seconds where we can hold that really comfortably, really easy for that 30 seconds. The second one that we can work at is just our single knee lift. So tailbones tucked under, shift the weight into one leg, knee to hip height. You're trying to spread the weight evenly, remember, from heel to big toe to little toe. We've got those 3 points on each, the sole of each foot, and we'll try and get that balance. Don't tip in or tip out or lean forwards or back. Check in as well that your hips stay level. The tendency can sometimes be that we hip hitch. We do this. So we want to feel that, can we lift the knee but keep that even line across the hips. Keep your tail tucked under. Arms again, use them where you need them. Close your eyes if you feel safe to do so. Just see what it does, what effect it has. Aiming to build this up, 10 seconds is good. If you can go for 30 seconds, maybe even a minute on each side, that would be great. Changing legs, so again, take your time. But these are a couple of things: pelvic floor, single leg balance work. If you can, especially while we're kind of sat in the house, see if you can fit this in every day. You can do it 2 or 3 times a day if you want to, but we're trying to do this at least once a day, if possible. Okay, namaste. Thanks, guys.